Today marked the last day of the 2025 legislative session for the Prince George's County Council.
And the council faced challenges like balancing the budget, cuts to the federal government workforce, and the 43-day shutdown, all while focusing on their priorities.
CTV's Katara Jones is standing by with more.
It has been a jam-packed 2025 legislative session for the Prince George's County Council. The council dealt with everything from new leadership of the body to the loss of grocery stores, a county budget in the red, and most recently, the federal government shutdown. Let's take a look back on what has been an unprecedented legislative session.
I'm proud of really where the council is.
That is County Council Chair Edward Burrows reflecting on this past legislative session. Burrows was elevated to chair of the County Council back in March, bringing in new, young, and progressive leadership to the council.
As you've seen over the last several months, the council's pulled together in such a special way. We've transitioned in an amazing county executive. We worked through some of the most challenging issues, including this enormous budget deficit that we have inherited.
When you have 11 individuals fighting and legislating for their issues and their initiatives, there are going to be times emotions run high, differences are real, but at the end of the day, we realize we're here to do what the public needs us to do.
The county council faced a $170 million budget shortfall that put Prince George's County in the red, and most recently were tasked at providing food and financial aid to many of the federal government employees that lost their jobs to DOGE cuts or were furloughed during the 43-day federal government shutdown.
Prince George's County has been hit so significantly by the President of the United States. We had over 70,000 federal workers and contractors. So many of them have been impacted by the DOGE cuts. So many of them impacted by the furloughs, and they're still living with those consequences. And so just working with the legislative branch through all of those challenges at the same time has been an honor.
Prince George's also had the popular grocery store chain known as Shoppers leave 3 locations here in the county. With food deserts being a serious issue in Prince George's, Council Vice Chair Crystal Oriatha proposed a resolution that would create a study around establishing a county-operated grocery store. That resolution passed the council today.
Everything needs to be on the table because we have to think about how we get the resources in our community because we know we need it. Communities like Sea Pleasant, where I live and that I represent in District 7, a grocery store left and then it has not come back. And so we have to think about moving in a different direction. And I think this study is part of that conversation.
Oriatha also proposed a bill that would establish an incentive program for national board certified educators to teach at low performing schools in the county. That bill also passed.
So this looks at creating a fund. Obviously, we know that we need to look at all sources to fund it, which is why we're talking about looking at outside resources, asking the school system in their reserves to fund it. But the reality is all we can do to ensure that we have more teachers coming into the county, the better.
At-large member Calvin Hawkins proposed a bill that would create a year-round employment program for low-income youth and young adults in the county. That bill also passed.
That's an amazing opportunity to give some of our underserved young people with challenges to have a chance, one, to work all year round, which will help keep them out of trouble, but also will help them with their economic situation.
It has been a legislative session for the record books, and now we take it to CTV's Michaela Newton, who has everything you need to know about the changes to the county's pit bull ban.
The Animal Control Modernization Act, also known as CB 97, was passed today, repealing the pit bull ban in the county. The nearly 30-year ban comes to an end after county council members say they've had a change of heart and have been meeting with people from the local animal shelter and advocates who say the ban has not worked.
I just think that we need to humanize this situation and look at how this law has been in place for 30 years, but times have changed. That's 3 decades. And we can do more as a county to hold people that have dangerous dogs accountable. And that's what we're talking about.
The county council meeting was filled with people in purple shirts in support of the bill and says it would make the community safer and more fair.
These dogs are not just animals, they're part of people's family and their lives. And so to have this victory is a very special and emotional time.
According to the Department of the Environment, the ban has been ineffective with 33% of dogs in the county falling under the pit bull category. There are currently 20 to 30,000 pit bulls in the county. The bill will now safely end the breed-specific ban. It creates a pilot program that allows adoptions and fostering through Animal Services and Adoption Center, requires special permit and an annual $25 fee for owners. It fines people $300 for failing to obtain a pit bull permit and improves clarity and consistency in the code.
What it means for me now is I can continue to make trips to the DMV area to rescue dogs, but also dogs can be rescued and fostered out of Prince George County that are specifically pit bulls.
Now, moving forward, I spoke with Councilmember Hawkins, who told me that it will be a process moving forward for people that actually want to adopt those pit bulls from the local animal shelter. So he said that it will take some time. For now, reporting in front of the Wayne K. Curry Administration Building, I'm Michaela Newton for CTV News.
Thanks, Michaela. And prior to the passing of this bill, the county was the last remaining large jurisdiction in the U.S. with a pit bull ban.